is Officer Dothan here, and I'm here with Sister
Laura Cowan.
This is Soldier Shael with IUIC Film Crew, here to shoot another episode of Cuts from the Streets. And I am here with
Vanetta Neal.
Mayosha Maybeck.
All right. So Vanette and Mayosha, did I say it right?
Right, yeah.
All right, I said it right. All praise to the Most High.
And this is Soldier Nathaniel, and I'm here with
Twain McGee.
Grandmaster Mayo, Northern Wind.
Brian Young.
All praise to the Most High. I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions. So the first question is, what does the African flag represent?
It represents our, first of all, our black people, and it represents our country, the earth, Mother Earth, and it represents the blood.
All right, Mayosha, I'm going to give you the same question. What does the African flag represent?
I wish you could have got my granddaughter up here to do it. It means the red for the blood, the black for the people, and the green for the land. And this represents our culture and our history.
All right, good.
Our people, our land, and our blood. The blood that we shed when we came here. Although this is not our original home, and we were brought here against our will. But we're here now, so we have to make the best we'll do.
Man, to me, looking at that flag, man, it represents freedom, man. It represents freedom. We as an African-American race, we as a culture, never had freedom. Never had freedom for about maybe 400 years, nearly 400 years. Now we are in a better position than we were back then. But even still, we still go through the triumph, hoops after hoops, trying to get more freedom now than ever. So we have to continue to pass it on to the next generation and the generation after that.
Right. Okay, so I have a question. What about the colors? The red, the black, the green?
Yeah, the red, black, and green individually. I'm gonna have to do more of my homework to represent each color, though, for real. Most likely, though, for real. But I know it represents deep things right now.
Well, the three colors represents our heritage, where we come from, which gives us the strength to be strong. Those three colors represent all of that.
Oh, it represents the blood, the land, and the lives that was lost during slavery.
Okay.
And it's very important for our people to know that, it's the strength behind our blood that was lost.
Okay. And what does the black represent?
The black represents it's the actual land, the dirt. That's what our people come from.
Okay.
That's where our strength lies, is in the dirt.
Okay.
It's in the land.
All right.
So my second question is, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Well, it tells us, it should be all the time, but it tells us what our history, some of the people have done for our country, and what some of the people have done for, which, like I said, it should be all the time, but we learn about what some of the people, our people, have done for the country and for the world, actually. So, but we should learn this all the time anyway.
Okay. And what does Black History Month mean to you?
Black History Month to me means it's just giving us a month for us to keep us quiet as black people, but a month of celebrating the people that done things for our culture and our history for the black people. And 28 days is not enough, but it just gives us a little satisfaction that we represent our history and the things that the black people accomplished.
Okay, that's good.
That's our history, our heritage. Not just here. It doesn't just start here. It starts way back in Africa. But since we're here, we have to talk about our history. It's important, and to leave a lineage to our youth. They have forgotten so many things, or they haven't been taught, and our schools are definitely not teaching. So we, as the parents, the community, we have to be the ones that teach.
Right. All praises. All right.
Well, it gives us a time to express how we feel about our culture. But I think it takes more than a month to express our culture.
Right.
African American history is a part of American history. We are all brothers and sisters on this earth. We bleed the same blood. We breathe the same air. We all sleep at the same, well, different times, of course. But we're all brothers and sisters on this earth, as well as that too. So, at Black History Month needs to be more than just a month to represent the black culture.
It means a whole lot to me because at one point in time they only had Black History as for one day. Now they have it for a whole month. So that means a whole lot to the understanding of what our Black history is. It's more than a day. It's forever.
Oh, for me, it's a reality check on where we are today as a people. Our society is still weak, and it's got to be strengthened. It's strengthening every day, but we have a lot of people that still lose their lives because they're struggling and striving for our people to be stronger.
My third question is, who were we before the transatlantic slave trade?
I have no idea. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. And to you as well, who were we before the transatlantic slave trade?
I'm just gonna say slaves. I just feel everybody slaves then, slaves now, but
And third, who were we before the transatlantic slave trade?
We were still kings and queens. We can go all the way back in biblical times if you want to.
Wait, you said what time?
Biblical times. We were the first originator, okay? Adam and Eve, okay? It started from the garden. So, come on now.
All right. This sister was on fire.
I can't answer that question.
We were Africans. We came across the water. That's who we were. We were black in heritage, African descent.
Okay.
That's my belief. I might be wrong.
Hey, it's fine.
Yes, sir.
We were kings and queens of our land. And once they took that power away from us, we've been fighting ever since to get it back.
Okay, well, we're going to show you something real quick. First off, we have a rich history, right? So we're at the African black flag raising today. So a lot of times they start our history in 1619 when we got to this country, and they start making us into slaves, but we were a rich people before we got here. So the Bible shows us who we are and how we got here to answer this question, because many of us just don't know. So let me have him read this for you. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It says, and the Lord God shall bring us into Egypt again. Egypt just means house of bondage. That's where the Israelites were in slavery. It was known to be a superpower on the earth. They put many nations in servitude. That's how they built Egypt up. All right.
It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It said we will come over here with ships. Let me ask you, how did we get here?
In ships, yeah.
in ships.
We got here in slave ships, right? Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
And he spoke this unto us in the Bible, right? He said to the Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, I'm going to send you into slavery on slave ships if something doesn't happen, if you don't do what I commanded you to do. This is how we got here. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And when it says we shall see it no more again, in Cleveland, Ohio, we raised the black African flag because most of us have not been back to our homeland. Most of us have not been back to Africa. We have not seen it since our ancestors or our forefathers or foremothers were taken from that land. So the answer that you guys gave that you don't know was on point, because many of us don't know because we just haven't been back. We have not been taught this.
So Moses is speaking to the Israelites. He says what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. So the Israelites are going to be brought into Egypt, which means bondage, with what?
With ships.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
How did we get over to America?
In a ship. By ships, yes.
We got over here by ships.
Yeah.
So read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right. So the Israelites, they never saw a homeland again. Have we ever gone back to our homeland?
I have not.
Most of us have not. And that's prophesied in the Bible. But read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right.
And
So remember, it didn't say we'd be sold to. It didn't say we'd be sold by our friends. It said we'd be sold by our enemies. Right. They would bring us in slave ships to this land. That's prophesied in the Bible.
Prophesied in the Bible.
Going over our black history.
and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right. So it said when we would get to Egypt, we'd be sold to our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Who did that happen to?
Happened to us. Yeah, as slaves, yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to the next question. It says, every year we celebrate Black History, but do you know who you are according to the Bible?
According to the Bible, every year we celebrate. You said every year we celebrate Black History, but do we know who we are according to the Bible?
Correct.
We are. I know we're not. I guess according to the Bible, we're supposed to be the chosen people.
That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. What about you? I'm going to repeat the question. It says, every year we celebrate Black History, but do you know who you are according to the Bible?
I'm gonna say, aren't we Israelites?
That's a very good answer.
So besides from being human, but other than that, in the God's creations, as well as that too, but perhaps you can enlighten me.
I believe that I am one black man who has the power to do whatever I want to do as a black man.
Actually, yes, I do. I'm one of our kings, just like you are, brother. We're kings of our families. We're kings of the land that we live on, and we dominate wherever we are.
Okay. That's true.
So let me prove that really quick. Read what you got.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
So this is Job in the Bible. He said something, my skin is black upon me. What that mean?
That he's black.
He's black.
So Job here is a black man. So this is one of the men who are our forefathers in the Bible. So both of you are right. We are the chosen and we are the Israelites according to the Bible. Let's get one more.
This is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
So this is Solomon, King David's son, very mighty man in the Bible, one of the wisest men to ever walk the earth. So it says, I am black, but comely. He just said, I'm black and beautiful. Who goes around and says that they're black and beautiful on the earth today?
We do.
Black women? Yeah.
Right, black people. So this is King Solomon. He says, I am black, but I'm beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem. He was talking to the women of our nation. He says he's a handsome man. All right, so that's who we are according to the Bible.
I am black but comely.
So, King Solomon, one of the wisest men to ever walk this earth, he said what?
I am black but comely.
He said, I am black and beautiful. Isn't that what we say today?
Yes, indeed.
Say, I'm black and proud, I'm black and beautiful.
Black and proud. Black
One of our forefathers, he said the exact same thing. He said what?
I am black but comely.
So, I'm back. Go ahead. Finish that up.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Right, and he was spitting game too. He was talking to the sisters. He said, I am black and beautiful, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Showing once again that our history, our people, they are prophesied to be in this book. They are talked about.
One more question. It says, would you consider the Bible a book of black history?
Yeah. Well, it could be. It's a book of history. I would just consider it a book of history, actually.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't consider the Bible a book of black history?
No, because a lot of people don't read it, and I'm not sure if they have to read between the lines to know that it's about black history if it is.
Okay, so you're saying it has black history in it, but people don't reference it as a black history book. Right, because they don't know that they're black or people in the Bible are so-called black, right? Okay.
Would I consider the Bible a book of black history? Of course. Oh, definitely. That's where we get our knowledge from, our teachings, our lessons. Even in Africa, they write things down in books. They write it on tree trunks. So back there in the old days in Egypt And in other parts of Africa, they put it in the Bible.
Right.
So it wasn't for the Bible, I don't know where we would be.
Okay. Well, to prove our point, let's. I'm going to grab some scriptures. Okay. Now, the third question I asked you says, "Who were we before the transatlantic slave trade?" Okay. Now, the transatlantic slave trade, believe it or not, was actually prophesied by Moses thousands of years before it actually happened. So let's get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So historically, we were the people that were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt. Okay. So Moses told the Israelites, you're going to go back into bondage. And what was going to be the mode of transportation?
With ships.
Who did that happen to?
Look at that.
That was our people.
That's us.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we didn't never see our homeland again. Okay. We didn't see Northeast Africa again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We shall be sold to who?
Our enemies.
You see that? So Moses already told us who our enemies were going to be in the last days. That's written in the Bible.
Written in the Bible.
Let me get Sirach 24 and 23.
That is awesome.
So a lot of our people don't even know that their history is recorded already.
Already there.
Okay, and we're going to go we're going to go over the reason why we went into the slave ships. Okay, go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
So this is the book of the covenant of the Most High. Okay, and who did he give this Bible to? The Israelites. Read.
Even the law,
Even who?
the law, which Moses commanded for an heritage unto the congregations of Jacob.
So he gave us the law for an heritage. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not honor your mother and father. Commit no adultery. That's a heritage that was given to the Israelites. Okay? So contrary to what Christianity teaches us, the Bible has always been a black history book. It's been a pleasure, sister.
Oh my goodness.
This sister got her head on right here.
So far as I heard, yes, it provides great sources and great resources.
Okay. All praise.
I believe that the Bible has a lot to do with black history, but also the Holy Quran as well. Both books, Black Bible and Holy Quran.
Okay.
Somewhat, but it's not necessarily just for us. Not to me.
Not necessarily
No, it's not just for us. It helps us. It's a guide and a tool.
Okay.
But to me, it's not represents us as a people.
Okay.
To me, the Bible was written by a white man.
Let me prove that to you. One more scripture. Sirach chapter 24 and verse 23.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
It said all these things, meaning everything in here, is the book and the covenant of the Most High God. In the venue there, he started off by saying there is only one God. The one God had the prophets write this Bible, and these are the things that pertain to our covenant, meaning the agreement between God and his chosen people, as what you said. Read.
All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God, even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage unto the congregations of Jacob.
So it says, even the law which Moses commanded. The law is everything we supposed to do in this Bible. Like men, marry women, don't go around sleeping from woman to woman. Stop selling drugs. Don't destroy your community. We talked about missing children, right? Mm-hmm. You guys look for missing children just like we do. Stop the sex trafficking. Stop the child trafficking. There's laws in this Bible pertaining to all those things that God made an agreement or a covenant between him and us as a people. So with that being said, I'm going to ask the question one more time. Would you consider the Bible a book of black history?
I still would say it's a book of history.
Okay. And what about you?
No. I just no, I wouldn't.
Okay, you still don't believe?
No, I wouldn't personally
history.
consider it. I would have to probably read it a little bit more to really understand it
And
as
I've
a
read
black
the
history.
Bible completely.
I really haven't read that deep into it to know or say that.
Okay.
I read it completely. I've read the Bible completely, and I still would say it's a book of history, completely history.
It says, even the law which was commanded for an heritage, showing that this book, this Bible, it's a book that contains our heritage. We went over a couple scriptures, and there are many more. So, with that being said, would you consider the Bible to be a book of black history?
Yes.
All praises. I want to ask you this one question one more time. Would you consider the Bible a book of black history?
I would. Throughout the Bible, we've been mentioned enough times to know that we should be included in what the world is about today.
Is there anything you would like to say to the camera before we sign off?
Thank you very much for allowing me to be a guest on your show. Very much appreciated. And let's continue to celebrate Black History Month, but not just within this month, but all year round, and continue.
Anything you'd like to say to the camera before we sign off?
Hey, it was a pleasure working with you. I accept what you're guiding our black people. You're taking them down a path that they all need to know. That they need to know about the Bible. They need to understand the Bible. They need to know that supreme being. They know that anything in life they can have as long as they believe in that word. Understand and accept that word as your blessing, and you will be blessed. That's all I have to say.
Most High Christ bless Israel. Officer Dothan here. We just got done with some interviews downtown Cleveland for this red, black, and green event. Some people hearkened, some people didn't hearken. Some people know that they're Israel. Some people just now realizing that they're Israel. Some people just refused all of it at once. But hey, the Most High will get the glory. As long as one hearkens and repents, hey, the angels are rejoicing. Most High Christ bless. Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.